What's shaking, everyone? Welcome back to our Dodgers Challenge playthrough. Thank you for watching the last episode as well with the hour and a half off-season extravaganza. I think I'll be doing that moving forward. I just think it's kind of fun and takes you through everything real time. But there's no buts. We're starting the 2023 season now. And we have pretty much everyone back. We didn't make any gigantic moves in the offseason to bring everyone in. We brought Canley back, who looks like he's slotting in as our closer at this point. I don't know if that'll stay the same all year round. We have Mackenzie Gore back from his shoulder injury. Tariq Skubal is back as well. We have Paddock, Gray, and Nola in the starting lineup. So Houck gets bounced to the bullpen, which I think is going to be best for him long term because of his splits between righties and lefties. I mean, all of his ratings are great, but that's tough to beat. Actually, he got a little bit better, I think, against lefties. So maybe we do end up putting him in. I say we do put him into the starting rotation because I think those splits got a tad bit better because I think they were all 50s last year. So we'll put him back in, and then he had an 80 stuff against righties. So this guy, he could be dominant. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. We're going to take some time to go through the starting rotations, the lineups here in a second. But if you remember from our last video, we're supposed to finish, I think, second in our division with like 92 wins. It's nice to think that we'll improve on a 111-win season because we have everyone back and they've gotten better based on assumption. But that's just not how sports works. 111-win season is extremely rare. I have to go back and see how many 110-win plus seasons there's been in the past like 2 decades. I can only name one off the top of my head. But I think if we can make the playoffs and win 100 games, making the playoffs is that's fine. If we make that, we can go and win the World Series with our team. Hopefully we have maybe a little bit more power. I know we were fine in terms of home runs, but just slugging overall, I would like a little bit improvement in. But as long as we win 90 to 100 games, make the playoffs, I'm going to be happy. And that's where we have to set our expectations at. So there's a couple things that I want to change while we're here. We'll start with pitching, and I just noticed that about Tanner Houck. So we're going to move Paddock into the bullpen, and we're going to leave him at long relief. And it seems like McClanahan is not up right now on our team. I'm not sure as to why. Neither is Simeon Woods Richardson. I think Simeon Woods Richardson may be a talent issue, but McClanahan he could be a stud, whether it's in the rotation or in the bullpen. Okay, we'll keep him down there at AAA for now. Has he played much in AAA? Yeah, he played a season in AAA, or part of a season in AAA, I should say. So we can always bring him back up. But right now our bullpen is pretty loaded. We have Liberatore who's coming up, as opposed to someone like McClanahan. So a lefty here, as opposed to McClanahan. And I might switch this now that I'm thinking about it because Liberatore hasn't pitched at all at AAA, and based on his rating splits there, I think he's about to get popped if he stays up. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead. We're going to send Liberatore down. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Liberatore's down. McClanahan up. Okay, McClanahan will be long relief. Santana will be middle relief. Little worried about the middle relief here. We don't have that many players here like we did last year, but we can always address that in the future. I might want to send maybe like a Hosey down and bring up another reliever. That might be an option. And only have 4 players on the bench, which I feel like we already have a third baseman there. Why would we need? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do now that I'm thinking about this. So we're gonna drop, if we can. I'm not sure what the. Okay, we can drop. Yeah, okay. Demote him to AAA, and then what reliever? Oh, Clayse's down there. So is DeGus. What the hell's going on? Herrera's down there. Who we're gonna try. We're gonna do everything we can to extend Herrera for sure. DeGus. We just have we have too many players. Clayse's got to be up. He has to be up. Extreme ground baller, throws hard. Man, I wish we could fit more people in our active roster. I really do. But we have to at least have, 4 bench players, I feel like. Depth in the infield, outfield, and then behind the plate. I don't think we can get rid of any more. But we'll have Clase in middle relief. Okay, that's a little bit better. Well, we can work with that. We can work with that right now. I mean, this is a good problem to have. It really is. But see, that makes me think about putting down McClanahan, sending McClanahan down, and bringing up, DeGus. No. It's wild. We got him with a throw-in trade, too, and he's been a stud for us. We'll keep him down. He'll be brought up at some point in the season. We got Jordan Guerrero down there as well in Double-A. Okay, so that's the that's the pitching staff, what we want to do. Now, in terms of lineups, you will probably have seen that Austin Martin is not up. He was to start the season. That's what the AI did. But he played 49 games at AAA. That might be a little bit. That's a good amount of games. But I still want him to develop this power a little bit more. I want him to develop that eye maybe a little bit more. And I want him to get at bats to do it. If he comes up, he's not going to get many at bats because of Jimenez and Brujan. So I want him to get some more at bats at some point. I think maybe this is maybe a June, July call up, and I think once he's up, he's going to stay up. But I want him to get maybe a tad bit more seasoning at the minor league level before he comes up. That's the big thing from a lineup perspective. Now, if I want to create my own lineups, which one of the things that I know I talked about in one of the previous videos is moving Kelenic up. If we move him up to number 2 in the order, we give him 40 more at-bats a season, and that's only going to help our team, seriously. So I'm going to bring Kelenic up to replace Jimenez. I'm not really sure why Jimenez was at the 2 spot anyway. I mean, he was an okay hitter. Above average, but not like Kelenic is. Kelenic even has the ability to possibly lead off. But Brujan provides a little bit more, I think. Well, I was going to say on-base ability. He really doesn't. But Kelenic, you want Kelenic. I feel like he offers too much pop, where you at least want him to have some potential RBI opportunities, so you don't want to throw him the whole way up there. But Chris Bryant is a prime example of a great hitter who bats second. It used to not be that way. Like when I grew up playing baseball, I always hit second. I was always very good at bunting, drag bunting specifically from the left side. I didn't have much power, of course. I'm like the stereotypical like early aughts second baseman. I'm not short, but not tall either. 5'10". Now, not back when I was a kid, obviously. Slender build, but I could get on base, but I wasn't fast enough to lead off. So the two-hole hitter has changed over the last 2 decades. So Kalenic is going to bat second, and this is against a righty. So when we adjust to lefties, that might be a little bit different. And I want Pache. He can hit well against. He hits well against righties too. I want to move him up. I don't like him in the 8th spot. I want to see Gorman, how he hits against righties. Yeah, I mean he's fine, but I don't want to have him at 4. And then he, ruins a good start to the game or something because he strikes out. I want to have people who can hit, get on base. Let's see how Nolan Jones does against righties. Yeah, I mean, fine, but not enough where I want to put him in the lineup. Hayes, do we get him in the lineup against righties? I mean, that's not bad. He can play left pretty well. Let's see, range is 60. What's a Rosarena's range? 60. Against the righty. I don't know. Does Hayes beat out a Rosarena here? I feel like he does. We're going to have Hayes hit for a Rosarena against righties. And probably against lefties, too. How does Mountcastle fare against righties? Okay. Decent. Keibert Ruiz against righties? Not exceptionally well. So I think I want to go Austin Hayes 3rd. Man, I really wish we had a DH. Come on, National League, get that DH, brother. Let's see. Then who do we want batting after Hayes? We could go Gorman. We could go we could go Pache. We could go Mountcastle. I feel like Mountcastle is going to give you the best overall. I guess it depends on what you really appreciate more. Pache, sneaky power with 15 home runs last year. 55 avoid Ks. What does Mountcastle have against righties? 50. I don't know. I may be butchering this entire lineup, or I might be big braining it. I'm not sure. But we'll have Pache, we'll have Mountcastle, we'll then have Jimenez, Gorman, and Keibert. Let's see. Generate depth chart. Yes. I'm interested to see how the Austin Hayes thing turns out with more at bats. Will he have a better? Will he play better, or is it one of those ones where, hey, small doses he plays best? But okay, so that's where we'll kind of stay there. We'll have Brujan lead off, followed by Kalenic, Austin Hayes, Pache, Mountcastle, and then Jimenez, Gorman, and Ruiz at the end of the lineup. So that's going to be against righties. And we're going to go ahead and save this, or copy this copy lineup versus right-handed pitchers, and we're going to paste this. But then we're going to bring in a Rosarena in. So now he'll play DH. And now where do we want to bat a Rosarena? I think he slots in behind Jimenez, but before Gorman. I like that. I like that lineup. Okay, so now against lefties, which I feel like we're gonna rake against. Who do we want? Who do we want to lead off? Let's see how Brujan does against lefties. I mean, not as great. I wonder if I might want Pache to lead off because I think he can. Yeah, he hits lefties pretty well. How does Kalenic do? He does fine. I think I'm going to keep Kalenic in the 2-hole here. Jimenez, I don't know if I want him to hit set. Yeah. Okay, so we'll bring up Pache to actually lead off against lefties. Kalenic second. And then how does Arozarena do against lefties? Pretty good. 55, 60, 60, 55, 50. How does Hayes do against lefties? 70, 60, 55, 40. Okay, so again, we're going to have Hayes come in for Arozarena. And Gorman against lefties, he's going to fall, I think, down to the bottom of that order. Mountcastle against lefties. Yeah, Mountcastle's going to bat fourth. Or does Mountcastle? Let's see. Hayes. Okay. What does Mountcastle look like? Yeah, we'll have Mountcastle bat third, Hayes bat fourth. So now we have 4 players to work with here, and I feel like Brujan will actually might get the 5th spot here. Or it could be Ruiz as well. No, not Ruiz. So, okay, Gorman's going to be 8th, Ruiz is going to be 7th. So we have to decide between Brujan or Jimenez, and it's going to be Brujan. Okay, so we're going to copy this lineup as well. First, we're going to generate depth charts based on that. And now we're going to copy this lineup. We're going to go to left-handed DH, and we're going to paste this lineup. And now we're going to bring in Arozarena again to play DH. And Arozarena against lefties is pretty good. So we're going to have him Gorman, Ruiz. Okay, so we're going to have after Hayes, then we're going to slot in Arozarena, Brujan, Jimenez, and then we'll also generate depth chart for those lineups. We'll generate depth chart for those lineups again. All right, so this is the lineup I want. I feel comfortable with. Actually, oh, shoot, I almost forgot lineups. I feel like Alejandro Kirk crushes lefties. Yeah, he does. Okay, sorry. So we're not going to have him start against lefties, like without a pitch, like if there's no designated hitter. But he will be the designated hitter. And he will actually place... No, he'll stay 5th. He'll stay 5th. And then Brujan, Jimenez, Ruiz, and Gorman. And then, again, we'll generate the depth chart. Okay, so this is good. This is what I'm comfortable with. I feel like we'll get better results out of this lineup. Not that that lineup last year did us any issues, but we will, as tradition, or mostly tradition, we will go ahead and play the opening day game right now. I know we usually do this in a separate video, but let's just keep it all together. Wow. Okay. Looks like their lineup's projected to be a little bit better than ours, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. They're supposed to win the NL West, the Padres, so we'll find out if that's the case or not. But we're on the road to start at Petco Park to start the year. And so like I said, this year we will probably do less game plays, and we'll sims will go, episodes will take into 2 months instead of a month because we've already won our World Series. So we'll focus gameplay now on like the playoffs if we get there, knock on wood. So Brujan starts the year with a single to right, 0-2 pitch to Kalenic, who's going to pop out. So we'll probably play opening day games, and then when we play next, kind of beats me there. but Austin Hayes now up. 2-2 pitch. He's going to get caught looking. Pache, and we're not going to make any judgments on our lineup based on what happens in this game because Yu Darvish is good. Newsflash. But Hayes crushes that to left. That's going to score Brujan, and that's going to be probably a two-bagger, a triple actually for Hayes. He slides into third base with 2 outs. A little bit of a ballsy play there to go for 3 with 2 outs. Pache, I'm sorry, that wasn't Hayes, that was Pache. So now that brings up Ryan Mountcastle. 0-2 pitch, and he's going to ground out to first. So we get 1 in the first inning. I like that. Gives Aaron Nola a little bit of juice going into the bottom of the first. There's C.J. Abrams. He's going to single, who we tried trading for him when we gave them Bellinger. And Bellinger's not in this lineup. I wonder if he's hurt or if they got rid of him. Ground ball induced and a double play. That feels good. Trent Grisham now up, 1-2 pitch. And he's going to look at it go past. Inning is over. Top of the second we go. And it's going to be led off by Andreas Jimenez. I'm interested to see where Martin slots in when he's ready to come up. All right, Nolan Gorman now up against Yu Darvish. First pitch. The shift was on, but he pops out to left field. Keibert. 1-2. And he's going to fly out. Easy inning there for you. Manny Machado now up, faces a 1-2 count. He looks at it, strike 3. Luis Campusano, 2-1 pitch. We also tried including him in the deal, too. Jerkison Profar, who is like 26 years old but feels like he's been in the major leagues for about 30 years. All right. So 1, 2, 3 in that inning. Brings Nola up, not Nolan, sorry. 2-1 pitch. Nola's going to ground out to short. And now we bring up Brujan, who reached on a single last at bat. 1-1 pitch from you. And he pops out to center field. No threat on that hit. Now Kalenic is up. 2-0 pitch, hitter's count. And Kalenic smashes that. Is that deep enough? It is. Solo home run by Jared Kalenic. First of the season, 438 feet. Just smashed it. As soon as it came off the bat, you had a good idea that sucker was gone. See? That could be one of those extra 11 at-bats we get over the course of the season that helps us. Inning over. Darvish gets out without any additional harm. Jorge Ona, sorry. Grounds out to short. Brings up Hosmer. 3-0 pitch. Hosmer's going to walk. Nope, never mind. He's going to swing on a 3-0 pitch and ground out to Mountcastle. That brings up Yu Darvish, not known for his bat. He's going to fly out to Kalenic in right. All right, so Pache, who hit a triple in his last at-bat, steps in against Yu, works a full count. And he's going to strike out looking. Mountcastle faces an 0-2 count. Check his swing, but not check it fast enough. Now Jimenez with a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. 1-2-3 inning for the Padres, striking out all 3. Nola, 0-1 pitch to Abrams. Abrams, who singled in his first at-bat, is going to fly out to Hayes in left. Now Fernando Tatis, 1-2 pitch, strikes out looking. Now that brings up Grisham, who works a full count, and he's going to ground out to Mountcastle to end the 4th inning. Top of the 5th with Gorman up. 2-0 pitch to Gorman. Shift is on, heavy shift, and he's going to fly out. Keibert Ruiz up to bat, 0-1 pitch. I feel like Gorman is going to be frustrating to play with. Maybe not to sim, but to play with. I feel like he's going to hit like 220, but hit like 30 home runs and have like 80 RBI this year. That's kind of what I think his stat line's going to be. Nola swings and misses. All right, so Manny Machado up to bat. 2-2 pitch from Nola. And Machado is going to ground out to Brujan at second. Campusano's now up, 2-0 pitch. Hitters count for Campusano, and he's going to hit a single. Klinik's there to chop it off and keep it as a single. Brings up Jerkerson Profar, 0-1 pitch. He's going to pop out to center field. Pache has to run a little bit, but he gets underneath it. And now 2 outs. Ona up to bat, works a full count. He's going to ground out to... Nope. Gorman makes an error. And now there's a run on first and second with 2 outs. Hosmer up to bat, works a full count. And he's going to ground out to Mountcastle for the second time today. All right, so Brujan up. Darvish still in the game. 69 pitches by Darvish. Nice. Brujan, first pitch from Darvish. And he's going to ground out to short. Tatis made a nice play there. Klinik, who crushed a homer in the third inning, is now up. 1-2 count from Darvish. Swing and a miss. Now Austin Hayes is up. 1-2 pitch from Darvish. Swing and a miss. Now let's see if they pinch hit for you in the bottom of the 6th. They are. Jake Cronenworth now in the game. And he's going to ground out to Brujan. Looked like a bad pitch he swung at. C.J. Abrams now up. This may be the last inning for Nola. Unsure. Gorman grabs it deep, flings it over, and out. Running to first. Fernando Tatis now. 2-2 pitch. And looked like that ball was really inside. Swings at it anyway. And Jimenez over to first for the out. So now top of the 7th with Pache up. He tripled earlier in the game. 2-1 count from Jacob Nix. And he's going to line it right to third. Mountcastle, full count. He's going to take a walk. First walk of the game, I think, for either team. Andres Jimenez now up. 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a single. Gets down. Runners at first and second with 1 out. And Nolan Gorman up to bat. 1-2 pitch to Gorman. Swing and a miss. Now that brings up Keibert Ruiz. 0-1 pitch. And he flies out to right. So the Dodgers miss an opportunity to add a couple, or at least to add an insurance run. And now Trent Grisham steps in. And he's going to pop out to Brujan, who backpedals into shallow right. Brings up Manny Machado. First pitch Machado sees going to be a ground out to Jimenez. Nola still grooving. Campusano now up. 2-2 count. And that is strike 3. Another strikeout for Nola. And we'll leave Nola up. We'll see if he can go through 8 maybe. But he's going to fly out to center field, make some decent contact. Brujan now up 1 for 3 this game. 2-1 pitch from Nix, I believe. And he's going to line out to right field. Jared Klinik now up. First pitch he sees from Nix. Oh, can he beat it out? Little dribbler in the infield does not. And that brings us to the bottom of the 8th with Nola still up. With Nola still on the mound. 1-2 pitch. Going to ground out to Mountcastle at first base. Ona is now up, full count. And he's just going to look at it. Now Hosmer up, 1-2 count. He's grounded out twice to Mountcastle this game. And he swings and misses. So now Austin Hayes is up. 1-0 count. And he's going to fly out to, who's going to make the play there? Hosmer at first. And now Pache up, 2-2 count. And he's going to smack one deep. A triple and a home run for Pache on opening day 2023. So now that brings up Mountcastle. 1-2 pitch. And he's going to single into left. Thought that was going to be a fly out for a second. Now Josh Hader's in. So it looks like the Padres, they didn't waste any time. We didn't make the deal for Hader, so they went in and tried to make it for him. Or they went in and made it for him. So that brings up Jimenez. 1 out, 1 on. Lefty on lefty. Ooh, that looked like it did a glitch there on the screen. But hits Jimenez, and now runner on first and second with Gorman up to bat. I think this is the second time Gorman's been up with 2 on. 1-1 pitch from Hader. And he's going to single into right field. And that's going to score 1. And now the Dodgers are up 4-0. Keibert Ruiz now steps in. 1-0 pitch. And he's going to fly out. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Nola, you did well. We have a lefty, lefty, righty. We're going to get our specialist up, Dykeman, so we don't have to use anybody else, hopefully. And we're going to get an at-bat to our boy Alejandro Kirk with 2 runners on in the 9th. I know this might be a little unnecessary, but gets him an at-bat instead of sitting on the bench here. So against Hader, steps in against a lefty who he usually hits well against. 1-2 count, and he's going to swing and strike out. All right, so bring on Jake Dykeman, who is Rosario's pinch hitting, who's a lefty. So we have back-to-back lefties who we have to face, which Dykeman excels against. Rosario up. And that's going to be thought that was going to be a fly out. It's not. It's going to be a double. And Rosario's in for a stand-up, 2-bagger. So now C.J. Abrams, first pitch he sees from Dykeman. That's going to be a great catch by Pache. And now Fernando Tatis works a full count. Swing and a miss. A strikeout for Dykeman against one of the league's best hitters. And now against Trent Grisham. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the game is over. The Dodgers 3-hit the Padres in the opening day game. Pache probably... Now, I was going to say if it wasn't for Nola, would be the player of the game. Still could. Pache with a triple and a home run. 2 RBIs in the game there. Kalenic also hit a monster home run. And, yeah, like I said, Nola and Dykeman combined to hold the Padres to 3 hits overall. Nola pitches 8 innings, strikes out 6, with most of which coming later in the game, and then allowing only 2 hits. Darvish still had a good game. 6 innings pitched, 8 Ks, but we ended up getting to him at the end. Nola, player of the game. So that leads us 1-0 on the season, or 1-0 on the season. And I know it's a long season in front of us, but that's the kind of win that you want to see right out of the gates. So when we come back, we're probably going to sim... April and May, sorry. I saw Wood Richardson just get brought up here. Not necessarily sure, 100% sure why. Oh, they sent down McClanahan. Okay. But anyways, so Aaron Nola gets the win. 0 ERA now. With a 6 strikeout performance over 8 innings. Solid performance, induced a number of ground outs. And now we'll throw out Tariq Skubal, who's coming back from injury, against Denisel Lamet in Game 2 of the series. But like I said, we will sim April and May probably in our next video. So thank you all for hanging with me. I appreciate it. And we are on the start of our World Series defense. A successful start, no less. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.